Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessie and this is Perla. She is my 2015 Toyota Prius and we have lived in her on and off since 2018 when I purchased her. And right now we are actually taking out the seats to do a full build. So the first thing that I need to do here is remove the back seats, which I am doing now, or attempting to do now. And then we're going to get her all cleaned up and start putting in a floor and build a platform. So that's what this video is going to be, the cleaning up, building the platform, and the floor. So enjoy.
This is stuck on there and I just cannot get it undone. I tried with the drill and it just is on there too tight and I can't get leverage to get it off. I can't even get these off to get a better, angle. So I might have to take the bottom seat out in order to be able to access that easier. So I ripped out the seats and I cleaned up all the mouse crap that was back here. So now I need to go get cleaning supplies so I can deep clean this and then build like a platform on the top of it. Okay, so I'm spraying this all down, this whole area, and I have done a pre-spray already, being really careful around any of the wiring. What I did was I just took some paper towels and kind of put them like along here, just to make sure nothing gets on the wires. And I sprayed it, and then I have some stuff over there, but I sprayed it, and then I used a sponge to kind of scrub out some of the areas where, this is just glue I think, but just some of the areas where it was clear that there had been some mice living. So anyway, I just did a pre-wash and now I'm going to spray it again, leave it for 10 minutes just to be safe, and then I'll wipe it up again and hit the tire area. So back in here, it's mostly clean now, but you can kind of still see some black in there. And I'm trying to get that out without messing with any wires or touching anything. I'm using a chopstick and I'm putting some cleaner on the end of that and just very carefully getting in there to get that out because I think that might be leftover from mice. So I just want to make sure it's really clean and I'm in a safe environment. So like back here I've got this and I'm just very carefully just getting to where some of the spots are in there. Just being very careful not to move any wires, not to touch the wires. Even though I feel like I'm protected, I still want to be really careful here. So
from here down to the bottom here.
Okay.
So,
You need this up?
no, I need that down.
Okay.
Because you're going to put something over this. So I need to have that level.
I didn't know you were going to do all
You
this.
can hold that
Yep.
so it stays
Okay.
level. So that should be level all the way, right? Where did I get 14 from? I measured, no, I don't know where I got 14 from. So 11 and a half. Double check that. The bottom of this should be as high as it comes. This is 11 and a half. This is probably about a little more than 1/8 of an inch. So 11 and a half, 11 and a half, less than 1/8.
Okay, now I'm going to attempt to kind of fit everything around here. But basically I'm going to have to cut some stuff to get it in. And then I have some double-sided tape, which isn't the strongest double-sided tape. Where'd it go? It's that one right there. I do need a thicker one, but I'm going to give this a shot because my dad's going to be putting the platform on, and I kind of wanted to have this done before he did. So we're going to just use what we have, and if it doesn't work, I can always come back in later and fix it. It's not like a super important part of the build at the moment. So I cut this here and here, and so I'm gonna slide it up in there, and I'm just gonna keep cutting until I can get it nice in there, and then I'll do the same down here, and then I'll try to use some of that double-sided tape to kind of keep it down. But again, I might have to get the thicker tape, so, but it'll work for now. I'll try this. It'll be a little bit easier to deal with these pieces when they're cut. So this double-sided tape is not what I thought it was, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna work with this. Well, I'm trying to lay it at the same time. We'll figure it out, but my point, or my goal right now, is to try to get it under there somehow, like just in pieces around here, so it kind of stays down. So we'll see what happens. I got it on there, so let's get it down now and see if we can get it to kind of just stick. Get under there. I don't want to get it too far under because the battery's under there, but I just want to have something so it's not moving around. Let's see. Well, that'll actually, it seems like it might hold, so I'll go ahead and do all the other pieces. I have it on here, and I'm just gonna press it down and just try to get it contoured as much as I can, just so it basically doesn't move around. You know, again, I would have preferred stronger double-sided tape, bigger, thicker, but this is what we had, so use what you've got. I was able to cut around this wire here, and there's some other wires under here, and I'm just trying to be really careful of these, but I'm just tucking them under here, and then we're gonna tuck that under here, just gently. And then I'm just gonna, it's not the best cut, but, you know, I mean, it works for now. And this is the energy that I have to put into this, so that's fine. I'm okay with this. I think it actually looks really great. It's gonna do a good job. Here is the cork floor. It's a little bit right here. It's up because I had to use multiple pieces, but I think overall it looks pretty good. It's kind of hard to see right now because the light from the sun is kind of just a weird angle. Yeah, there's more pieces up there, so after we put in the actual platform, I can go back around and like finish just putting pieces around here. And I actually have some gray carpet that I'll probably put on the edges just so it's more stealthy. These are just spare pieces from the floor, but can I just recommend, don't use scissors. Try to cut these pieces, because going back and forth between the scissors and the tape, and now I can't get the scissors apart, and it's just a sticky mess. So I would definitely recommend using an X-OXO knife or something like that, a box cutter kind of thing. If you're going to put a floor in like this, it would probably be that much easier. You probably wouldn't have to pull pieces up and cut like I did. Halfway through I was like, I should have an X-Acto knife, but I just said, screw it, I'm already using the scissors and I just didn't want to stop. Looks pretty level. There we go. All right, here we are so far. This is in, and this will be super stable once the other board goes across. And then this is in too. And this is actually going to fold up this way, and it's going to be like a storage compartment. So it's a little bit smaller here, but then we needed to do something like this the way that we have it drilled in on this bracket down here that came with the car. So this was the only way we could get it on there without drilling more holes. This is going to work out nice. And then it'll go like this, and eventually there'll be a hinge on this too. It looks like this on that side. It was part of the car, and it just works really well as a support. It's really solid. And so that's the only thing that's drilled in. There's nothing drilled into the battery here. And then this piece here, my dad put this on with the metal bracket. Piece of wood just drilled into here, and one on the other side as well. And then so all the wood can get mounted on here. He cut a little section out here for this wiring battery stuff. And then the next part is there's going to be, he's doing this now, putting some wood up this way to create a bed platform. Eventually probably later this week, we're going to have this front part open. So this will be a container storage for me. I don't know where my brain is right now. And then this actually will hinge back up this way so I can move my seat if I need to. And I'm going to put probably my clothing storage under here. If I don't put it under there, I don't think I'm going to have enough room under here for clothing. So clothing will probably go up here. And we have a platform. He's going to put that in soon. But here's the piece underneath.
Where am I?
Right, oh, back. There you go. Do you want me to push down on the board? Should I hold down on the board?
Hang on a second.
Oh my God, look at this. This is the frame. Amazing job. My dad is a genius, and I'm very, very lucky that I have him to help me right now. I wouldn't have been able to do this on my own. Not because I couldn't have figured out how to use power tools, but like I know how to use power tools, and I just never taken any kind of wood shop class. I'd like to, because I feel like I'd be, decent at figuring stuff out, but I didn't have the capacity to do this kind of thing right now, like energy wise. So this is definitely something I'm really grateful for him to have helped me with.